Hello again, good to be with you on business. Now, the new Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Emmanuel Kofinti, has been explaining to Joy Business how the authority will raise adequate revenue to finance huge government expenditure outlined in the 2017 budget. These include implementation of the free SHS policy, one village, one factory, and tax cuts, among others. The question is, how would government adequately fund these ambitious projects and still remain disciplined? The new GRA Boss, in an interview with Raymond Aqua, tells how he intends to come up with the needed funds.
Yes. Taxpayer identification is key to resolving the challenges in the informal sector. Fortunately, there are local offices. We will get our people out there to market themselves. It's a business. What is happening is that for a lot of the tax offices, if I'm not exaggerating, it's like the money walks to them. Okay. The money walks to the taxpayer walks to them. We want a situation where there will be more interaction between the staff and then the taxpayers. And the staff's performance are going to be monitored by how they were able to grow the files, the number of taxpayers on their list. Okay. So as they grow the number of taxpayers, then we will give incentives and motivation so that we may enter into a direct kind of challenge in the system and see which offices were doing more, were able to expand their taxpayer base on a man-by-man basis. And then once we put it on the dashboard and everybody sees what is going on, that this office was able to grow its taxpayer base by 2%, and this tax collection by 3%. And within the whole GRA system, it is noted. It throws in the challenge. And those who are failing will take note. And so these are some of the means by which we will be.
All right, so we'll bring you more details on this particular development on the marketplace shortly. Now, there appears to be mixed reactions by players in the financial sector over the real benefits of planned capital increase for banks on cost of credit. The Bank of Ghana is set to increase the minimum capital for banks this year. This follows government's decision to give the regulator its blessings. Group Chief Executive of Finance, Group CDH, Emmanuel Edusakode, tells Joy Business the increase would surely reduce the cost of credit.
Because we think the banks in Ghana are too small. Everybody progresses from a finance house to a savings and loans, then becomes a bank with 120 million, which is what? Divided by 4. Even the 250 divided by 4 is still small. You can't even build one small bridge or even fund cocoa purchase or something. Yeah. So really, we think that in the near future, our financial services would like to be merged into a much bigger entity that's able to do big things, not the small ticket things that our banks are doing.
In terms of owning a stake in it.
Yes. Yeah. Certainly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're looking at if the Bank of Ghana's new rate comes up and banks are seeking to consolidate and sort of become bigger so they can do better things, we're prepared to look at merger talks and stuff like that, especially for our savings and loans company. Yes.
And some banks are already struggling. What has kept you waiting all this long? At least you can talk about some 8 banks that are struggling to raise funds, even to meet existing capital.
It's a question of pricing. We've had offers, but you see, it's a question of pricing. You know, when you are hot, you keep pricing lower. Let's say you take your tomatoes to the market. At 10 o'clock, it's another price.
That's it for business. We'll meet again on the marketplace at 1 p.m. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji. We are fixing.